Lost in Palm Springs happened by chance. Chance is the most important thing. I happened to be in America on a planned trip, and the opportunity arose to spend 28 hours in Palm Springs, California, which I'd never been to before. But friends and colleagues had said, given your art practice and the focus on the intersections between art, architecture, and the theatre of life, you've got to go to Palm Springs and look at the architecture. Okay, so it was possible. I took the opportunity, and while I was there in that short time, I took an architectural tour, which the man drove me right into the heart of all of the mid-century modern houses there, and just gave me an inkling of how massive the collection is, which is said to be the largest in the world. So it was captivating from the outset. And then I got the strangest feeling. I got out of the car to photograph a house, and I felt that 30 years of art practice and 2 PhDs all came together in Palm Springs. And I couldn't quite work it out, and I still don't think I have a proper answer for this, but it did bring things together. And I decided that having finished the second PhD, that this would be my next project. And then the problem was, how do I do it? Because it's not easy. So I decided that I would copy the format for PhDs. So there's a body of writing, there's a body of artist's work, but I would organise it myself, and it would be based on 3 residencies in Palm Springs, 1 a year for 3 years, 2017, 2018 and 2019. And then back in Australia, I would make the connections between the architecture that I saw there, the architecture of Australia, and the artists in Australia. And there are more than you can possibly imagine who actually are deeply connected with Palm Springs, the architecture, the landscape. It's the most extraordinary landscape that really touches your soul quite quickly. The power of the mountains, the endless sky, the beauty of the architecture and the desert gardens. It's a really, really amazing place. So originally it was going to be a book and an exhibition of my work. But as things developed and I researched, I got really quite interested in the work of others. And so I stood back and became the curator and brought together artists from America and Australia who were interested in the landscape, the architecture, the history, the way of life, and the deep connections with Australia. For instance, in the high desert, there are shacks. They're no different, really, from the shacks in Australia. They just happen to be on the beach. But they're all about people dreaming in a post-war period of time about making their home what they wanted it to be and living the magic of their lives, even if they had to build it themselves from materials that they scavenged from everywhere. So there are many connections. It goes on and on. But it has been the most remarkable journey over time, extended a little by COVID, but that can't be helped. And here we are. We have the book, and the book is so beautiful. I'm so thrilled. I couldn't be more thrilled. It's fabulous. And then the exhibition will open at HOTA Gallery on the Gold Coast on the 11th of March this year. So it's going to be quite a year.